Okay, so we're gonna start the painted hair. First, I'm gonna make my hair color before I do my mapping. Just a little bit zoomed in. All right, come
There
on.
he is.
Oh, he's adorable.
That's at the tiny body though. I
Yeah,
moved him to a bigger body.
yeah. Oh, he's cute. He's really cute. You're making Mauricio like him even more.
Yeah, I like him more now.
All right.
That's the fatty one?
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, that's why I like him.
So we're gonna put our thinner in there. Quite a bit of thinner. Well, not quite a bit, like I guess like a quarter of an inch, I don't know, something like that. And we're gonna start with burnt umber. Darkness is all dependent upon you, but darkness is also based off of layering to get, you know, you just can't start with like a super dark color because you won't get any 3D effect.
Yes.
So I'm gonna make this and the paint is thicker than your washes, basically. A lot of paint for a little bit of thinner. Too bad I couldn't like measure out what I do. And then just a smidge of black for this starting base layer. Okay. So my paint should be ready, but we're gonna set it to the side. And now,
You're welcome.
we are going to map out our hairline. I don't like mapping hairlines. I like to have Jackie do it for me. But since this is my tutorial, it's best that I just show you what I do when I do it. So I start in the back of the head and I kind of make just a hook and give it a little, you know, flow. And then I'm not really gonna talk, I'm just gonna show you guys. Because when I talk, then I don't quite, well, I guess I'll talk, I don't know what I'm talking about. So from this hook, I'm gonna come here. We're gonna do a forward hairline. I like forward. I don't like swooping to the side for painted hair. I only like swooping for, oh, sorry. I'm not, my bad. My personal preference is I do not ever have dolls with side swoops with painted hair. If you guys like it, that's totally fine. This is what I like. I only do side swoops with Rudy. Okay, so back to before I just offended everybody. So this is my center, and I always bring this hairline starting into the forehead. That can be adjusted. So that's where I go, and then I start to get, you know, shorter so I can get that little receding baby look that I like. I have a very particular style for me. Even Jackie's not very fond of it.
Some people can get the color to stick on the vinyl. You know what I mean? Nothing.
The color?
Nothing. I realize you have that won't be a problem in this video.
No, the doll is varnished.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's why.
I always struggle with the sideburn area, and that's why Jackie always, like my doll, she always helps me with drawing it for me. If she's not busy and I can get her to draw hairlines for me, yeah, I totally will. But if she's busy, then I have to do it myself. I really like how this one's coming out. So I try to make the sideburn area match. You don't have to whisper.
The cable works.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just randomly started working.
Huh. Don't touch it.
Jay was the only one in the room.
And I went.
That's the magic.
I went and put it on something. So what I also do at this stage is I kind of work with my front of my hair, like how I want it to look. So I just do like little lines here so I can get a feel as to where it's gonna come on, exactly on the forehead. just gives me a better idea so then I can adjust it to what I'm looking for exactly versus trying to paint it and figure it out. And cleaning up paint is harder than cleaning up pencils. So here I can be like, okay, I want it to come a little more forward here. So I'm looking at the sides to see where I have, you know, is it even? You know, I don't want one hairline way back here and the other here, so you just, there we go. So that is the start of our hairline. Okay, so Jackie would tell me right now that I need to pencil all this hair.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. It depends. I don't pencil all the hair for the, it just takes way too much time, basically. So we're just gonna get started painting, actually. This is what I prefer to do. And maybe the next time I do a hair painting tutorial, it could probably change. So I use this brush that
you've chewed up.
That I've chewed up. Very much so. Get over here, focus, focus. Don't be dumb, don't be dumb. Yeah, there we go. Now this was a regular flat brush. Like say it was flat like this. And then I just, well, Bean went in there and cut hairs out. And then I even thinned it out even more than what Bean had did. So that's how I got that brush made. This looks like it's been chewed up.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our base, and we're gonna check out and see. So, all right, put you down here. Hair painting, you have to get off as much thinner you can, because if you just touch the brush with all that thinner, it's just gonna look like watercolor, basically. So I always start at the swirl, so it's very nice, it's light, and we're just gonna follow my design. Don't worry about your pencil lines, guys. Don't worry about if you get a thick area, because that's just gonna work with the I don't want to say design area, like design hair. Like if you get a thick area in the hair, which is like, what would you call it? Like,
It just makes it look more natural because you
Yeah.
do have thick hair.
yeah,
It
yeah.
comes together.
So yeah, so don't worry about that. Don't be like, oh my god, trying to go in there and fix it. It's because you'll just take all the paint off. And you can see I have like some bare areas. I have not fully connected lines. It's just, this is all part of what adds to my realism when I paint the hair. It's funny, you know, I haven't done this style in a while. Well, not in a while, but I feel like it's going very flowing for me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, getting thick spots everywhere. And I'm like, no, I don't want that.
You got so used to doing the little thin stuff.
Yeah. So I won't do this, well, let me see. When you work in the sideburn, you have to be very gentle how you put that brush in there, because you don't want a thick area in there. You know, because you'll have Elvis Presley sideburns. And then don't go heavy thick on the forehead line.
I got it for Christmas. Little
it a pen?
fishing cats. Yeah, it's a pen. It's kind of
They write-
like I like
I've
them.
never seen that. I love that.
Hot Topic has really cool pens.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You want it? No, if you want it, you can have it. But I really want the pink one, so you get the yellow one.
Push in and push out.
No, really,
No,
you
really.
guys
No.
can have it.
So I just touched up in some areas. So that is
my
our
pen.
first,
Kidding. These ones are regular.
this is our base. So now what I'm gonna do,
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
is that a piece of, I feel like
I
I
got these
have
for
a paint
Christmas.
chip right there or something. Oh, it's a
Also
lid.
the machine pen.
Okay, so now I'm gonna take my, let me show you this brush. Oh
Because I get lost
gosh!
all the time.
I thought
really
he touched that and got the paint. He did, but I guess it was dry enough. I'm gonna show you my brush. So this brush was not a thin brush, actually. It was kind of like one of these brushes. Oh yeah, like this one. So it came up like at a tip here. It wasn't like a flat brush. And then Bean just cut all these hairs off of it, bristles, whatever they are, to make it thin. It's not super thin. I think it's just to your liking. So this, though, We're gonna paint in here, and now we're gonna start defining strands and looks, and I don't know, I don't really have all the technical terms to what I do, I just do it. But we're going to start tracing again and like getting wispy strands in there. Don't press too hard because you don't want like really thick strokes, but they're not like super thin, so you can see I'm adding those in there. This is just gonna start giving us hair structure. And I'm not doing like full, you know, painting like that. Hair is not, oh, see that? We got a dark one right there. Didn't have enough thinner off, but that's fine.
Hair is not one long
Hair is not one long line. So you just, you know, wisp it in here. I like wispy hair in your pattern that you have. And you're just, oh, you. Of course you want to do that to me. I got some flakes of paint because I have old paint on the side. That's fine. We just wisp it, especially at the bottom. You know, we're gonna get some really wispy hairs in here in the pattern. Oh my gosh. Actually liking this today. I mean, I like painting hair, but sometimes I paint it so often. And you just, you know, start developing your wisp patterns down here. So now we're gonna go into the sideburns. Oh, it looks so nice. It's so crazy how just each layer just really does a lot in painting. It adds so much depth. And your paint, I'm just gonna forewarn you, it makes speckles everywhere when you're cleaning off your brush. So don't have any kits by you, or if you do, make sure you check their faces before you bake them, because they will have freckles. I had like a couple kits and I looked at them and I'm like, oh my god, that doll has a face full of freckles. Good thing I decided to look at it before I baked it.
Remember that Mona Lisa paint thing we bought? What size was that?
Really? The cat just jumped me.
That was it?
Why?
Just curved.
There is a bigger
Okay.
one that they sell for almost the same price, huh? Of this.
Yeah, but they
never
don't.
found it again.
Yeah, it's only sold at certain stores.
And how much was it?
The really big one?
Yeah. Regular price is 12, but we always use a coupon, so we.
Michael's, this Michael's never has the big one. The Michael's in Vacaville when we lived there.
I've checked like Joann's and stuff.
We could never find Mona Lisa at Joann's. Babe.
Our craft
No.
stores have like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, all the Joann's we've been to, they never carry it.
Should be able to find it on like Amazon or something.
When it comes to shipping thinners, there's like,
Regulations, isn't it?
yeah, it takes a little longer.
Yeah.
Even Bountiful has their regulations too. It's just best to just buy it.
Yeah, we still need to get some.
So you guys see, I'm still just painting with my direction.
Oh, and this is another one that freaks me out because it has the danger, vapor, harmful.
Everything has danger.
Especially in California.
The air you breathe
Just
is
don't,
dangerous.
You know, night it or anything. Don't keep like
I'll
rags
leave it out for the cats.
with that stuff in the garage or anything.
Yeah, we always have ventilation going in the room too.
Yeah, just get all that. You can get the gallon
I'll
one
get
for
the one
$3
back
on
out of
Amazon.
storage.
Be here in 2 days. It's just cheaper to buy them.
It's cheaper than. Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because you get,
Plus, personally,
yeah, because I get that for like $6, $7 sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's what
I like it when you get the 50% off coupon.
And that's how much. The one that it's not that one, obviously. I don't know where it's at. But the
The one
one
we just bought.
that we got, I had a 50% coupon, which is rare, huh? They always have
Mhm.
40.
Yeah, they always have 40. All right, so that's our first, and this is technically our first layer. So now we're gonna bake.